Hi guys, welcome back. Let's practice our conversational skills in English. I'm Rafi from Rafi Education Center. Don't forget to adjust the speed of the video and also turn on the subtitles if that's the case for you, ok? Ajusta a velocidade, liga a legenda se fizer sentido para você, ok? So let's start. Today I want to use another one of my lessons here from my school, and today we're going to talk about the Renaissance, okay? So it's a little bit of history today, but of course we're not going to make it boring like it was in school, okay? History is actually so cool. There are many things that we talk about in school that are boring during the school, but when we grow up and we understand them, if we get in touch with them in a more interesting context, they are a lot cooler. Like, the world is really cool, and we just need like a good way to present it so then it is interesting, exciting, like it really is. So I'm gonna start with the Renaissance, and first is to understand why is it relevant, né? Por que é relevante, né? Why is it relevant? Why is it relevant? Okay, so let me read the introductory text for you guys. Let me read, né? Deixa eu ler. Let me see, deixa eu ver. Let me think, deixa eu pensar. Esse deixa eu ver, deixa eu pensar, deixa eu checar. Esse deixa eu do português, que é muito comum, no inglês também é muito comum, é o let me think, né? Esse T de tatu, né, o final do let, ele fica meio que mudo, né? Meio mudo não, fica mudo. Então fica let me, né? Let me think, let me see, let me check. Manda ver, começa a usar, que é bem legal. Okay, so let me read the text for you guys. So, the Renaissance changed the way people thought. People gained confidence in human achievement and human abilities, called humanism. The period marked the rise of the middle class through the expansion of commerce. This prosperity generated an increase in education, knowledge, art, culture, science, travel, and the spread of new ideas. Amazing, okay? So it just really stirred up society, mexeu muito, né? It really stirred up society in general. It created the rise of the middle class, né? Que é o alto crescimento, né, da classe média através do comércio, ok? So it's very easy to see today how this impacts our modern world, okay? So very cool to see this. It generated an increase in education. This is amazing. I love education. So people were more connected with knowledge, art, culture, science, traveling, and the spread of new ideas, né? Que é a disseminação, espalhar as novas ideias, okay? So really important for human history, because it's centered in human. So everything that we do now, it's amazing, it's interesting, it's valuable, it's relevant. So humans now are appreciated, they are celebrated. So definitely very important, a lasting impact. Essa combinação de palavras é legal. A lasting impact. We have a lasting impact, né? Que é um impacto duradouro, né? Que dura, né? Que a gente consegue ver até hoje. Okay? So the question that I ask my students is, do you see any kind of revolution happening today? So today, if we ask this question, today is 2025, it's very easy to see AI, the AI revolution, completely revolutionizing how information is processed and how it is actually generated through AI. But when I created this lesson, it was a few years ago. I could check, but I don't know exactly. A few years ago, alguns anos atrás, isso aqui também é legal, hein? A few days ago, alguns dias atrás. A few years ago, alguns anos atrás, né? A few weeks ago, né, algumas semanas atrás. So, a few é alguns no sentido de poucos, e o ago, né, é o atrás. A gente usa bastante isso, né? A few hours ago, algumas horas atrás. Anyway, I created this a few years ago, and it was not so obvious to see this revolution happening with AI, which is very interesting for us to think about. But nowadays, it's very easy to see the AI revolution happening, the processing of information, which is crazy. We do not know where this is going, which is very cool. And in that time, we also had a very intense revolution happening. And then we moved on to understand why this happened, how all these things came together to create this revolution, and I'm gonna read this text for you guys. Let's go. Why did it happen? With the increase in travel and commerce, different cultures interacted with each other. A new class of wealthy people could afford investments in art and literature. Greek and Roman philosophy were rediscovered, and science offered new technology and innovations. Oh my God, it sounds like a great time to be alive, but don't forget, there was a shitty time to be alive, okay? It was a terrible time to be alive. Nowadays is a lot better, okay? We have health today, okay? We have technology, innovations, we have comfort, okay? So nowadays is a lot better. But it sounds like a very exciting times to live during the Renaissance. It's not like today. Today, if you talk about the AI revolution, the internet revolution, it's like 10, 15, 20 years. Smartphones are from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the good smartphones. And then it's a short time. The Renaissance was long, was a very long process. Nobody really knew that it was happening. Like nobody was living in the Renaissance thinking, oh my God, this is so great. We are living in the Renaissance. No, it was looked back in retrospect. We analyzed the evolution of everything with time, and during decades, many decades, the Renaissance, we can identify this period as the Renaissance. But definitely an exciting time to be alive. Okay, so going back to the text, we have interesting vocabulary here. Wealthy people. Ok, so wealth é riqueza, né? É pouquinho diferente do rich. Ok, então wealthy seria com Y no final, né? Seria daí o rico, né? As pessoas ricas, as pessoas com riqueza, né? E daí vem a palavra muito interessante, é wealthy people could afford. Afford é bem legal. O afford, a gente não tem uma palavra exatamente, diretamente no português. Afford é poder pagar, ok? Normalmente a gente usa dinheiro para falar que a gente paga com alguma coisa, mas às vezes a gente se refere a tempo, às vezes a gente se refere a energia, a paciência, qualquer recurso que você tenha, ok? Então a gente às vezes fala, I can't afford to go to the doctor and go to the dentist on the same day. Ok? Então, você pode estar falando do dinheiro, que você consegue pagar os dois profissionais, ou em questão de tempo, né? Você não tem tempo. Or, I can't afford to waste time. Né? Eu não posso pagar para desperdiçar tempo. I can't afford to waste time. Quer dizer que esse can't afford, né? Não posso desperdiçar, é me dispor deste tempo, dessa energia, o que quer que seja. Então o verbo to afford normalmente é pagar no sentido de dinheiro, mas a gente usa ele para qualquer tipo de recurso. É muito legal essa palavra, tá certo? Or we can't afford to waste time, né? Falando de uma equipe, né? We can't afford to make mistakes, né? Nós não podemos pagar o preço de cometer erros nesse caso, né? We can't afford to make mistakes, ok? É pagar o preço, qualquer que seja o preço, dinheiro ou outros recursos, tá bem? Então, a new class of wealthy people could afford investments in art and literature. So now more people could spend their money with art and with literature, and definitely this motivates the development of art and literature. And now we go back to Greek and Roman philosophy. They are rediscovered, which is amazing. I love when I see philosophers of today, or motivational speakers of today, or self-help books from today, né, os livros de autoajuda, esses coaches motivacionais, estão tudo repetindo o que os gregos falaram há milhares de anos atrás, né? It's just a repetition. They just changed the words, they updated, they changed the order, they create a beautiful video, beautiful picture. They are giving you the same wisdom, a mesma sabedoria. They're giving you the same wisdom Greeks and Romans gave us, okay? A long time ago, okay? So anyway, so these Greek and Roman philosophy, they are rediscovered, and now we have science, okay? So science offers new technology and innovations, okay? Maybe you remember Leonardo da Vinci, a great artist, a great inventor, engineer. doctor studying anatomy, so that's from that time. Michelangelo is from that time. I'll talk about famous people a little further ahead. Um pouco mais para frente, tá? Um pouco further ahead é mais longe à frente, né? A tradução ao pé da letra, mas a little further ahead é mais para frente. Então, é por isso que aconteceu, né? That's why the Renaissance happened, okay? So we have this interaction. People are traveling more, so commercially speaking, more cultures are interacting with each other, and then you have this new class of wealthy people investing in art and literature, and that's why these things happen, this revolution happens. And then I had a great question. I love this question. The question that I asked was, what do wealthy people invest in nowadays? Né? Então, as pessoas ricas, as riquezas de hoje, os ricos de hoje, no que eles estão investindo? Né? Are they investing in art, in literature, in science, in education, or something else? Okay? I have a few wealthy friends around me. I don't want to comment on what they are investing, but it's not education, okay? Just a hint. And then the next one is when and where. So let's understand where the Renaissance happened, the location. Let's see where it was. So the Renaissance started around 700 years ago in Florence, Italy. The city was at the center of the Renaissance because it was a center of trade. The movement lasted around 300 years, and it spread across Europe during this time. Okay, so the Renaissance was around 700 years ago and it lasted. Essa palavra lasted, que é o passado do last, é um verbo excelente. To last é durar. É a mesma palavra que a gente usa para falar o último ou a noite passada, né? Esse last, ele pode ser um verbo que é durar, né? So the movement lasted around 300 years. Bem legal de pegar essa palavra. E o spread across Europe, né? Que se espalhou através da Europa, né? Por toda a Europa. It spread across Europe during this time. So Florence, Italy, Firenze, or Florença, né? A gente chama. Eu não sou bom no português, tá? Mas Florença, yes, Florence, Florença, or Firenze, in Italy. Okay, very, very cool, very, very cool. So the question that I had here is, what place or region do you consider to be the center of knowledge today? Né? Knowledge é conhecimento, né? So in the world today, where is the center of knowledge? Well, we live in a globalized world, so it's very difficult for you to pinpoint. To pinpoint something, esse é um verbo legal. To pinpoint seria especificar, né? De colocar um pin, que é uma taxinha, né? Aquela taxinha, tem até o emoji no celular. Se colocar um pin lá, vai ter isso. To pinpoint, né, de colocar um pin, uma taxinha num ponto só, it's very difficult to pinpoint today where is the center of knowledge. We don't have that. It's a globalized world. We have amazing universities, amazing laboratories all around the world, but definitely China is a center of education, USA is a center of education, and Europe is a center for education and development of new technologies and everything else. So then I asked my students, just to finish, just as a curiosity, what are the main art works and the main artists from the Renaissance? So I asked my students to try to remember a few of them. I can't show you guys the picture here, but I would like you guys to search. Gostaria que vocês buscassem, pesquisassem. I would like you guys to search the painting. Painting é um quadro, tá bom? É uma pintura, é um quadro, né? A painting, the name is The School of Athens. The School of Athens, né? A Escola de Atenas, pintada por Rafael. It's a beautiful painting, it's colorful, but the story on the painting, it's basically different sciences, astronomy, anatomy, geography, history, literature, many sciences interacting with each other. So you see these philosophers, Socrates is at the center of this painting. They are sharing with each other. They are learning from each other. So you have experts on this painting. I'm looking at it right now. Tô olhando nele agora. I'm looking at it right now. And you can see all these people. Okay. We have also The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli. Beautiful picture. You probably know. You have the statue, David from Michelangelo. Beautiful statue. Really, really big. You guys can search for this. And the creation of Adam. You know that picture? You have God and Adam touching fingers at the sky. Recently I saw an interpretation of that we don't know if God is creating Adam or Adam is actually creating God or giving, bringing God into existence or valuing, making God relevant. It was an interesting interpretation. Like you don't know what is which, like in which direction it's going. It was an interpretation. Okay, from Michelangelo, amazing, the guy who painted the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo. We have such amazing artists. And I also showed guys, my students, the Last Supper, que é a Última Ceia, né, by Leonardo da Vinci. Not a painting on the wall, ele pintado numa parede, né? Very interesting, very beautiful. And I asked my students which one is your favorite. Okay, espera aí, já tô indo. Sorry, my wife is leaving. I want to go with her. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye bye.